Greetings, YouTube. It's Matt from the Green Arcade. We are back playing some more Farming Simulator 25. We just had a really rockin' good triple stack baconator with Biggie fries and a frosty. Is it Biggie fries? I think it's Biggie fries at Wendy's. They do have a new almond chicken salad. We decided to pass on that, and we had to get the baconator on. So we had a really good baconator for lunch down here. So what we're going to do today now, we're going to start buying some fieldage. We've got some money, $854,000. So I think it's time to start investing in some more land. So I think first one's first. This one over here is kind of what I'm looking at. This is a soybean field. We planted soybeans. We actually did the first field that we plowed together. And this is probably going to be the only one until I hear something from DJ on what his plans are. Because if a new save comes out for this, I don't want to be too far into it to have to go back and, redo stuff. So we've got that one planted in soybeans. This is the one in between. And then we actually own this field right over here that is also in soybeans. So I think it's not prudent to go ahead and just get this field here too. Good morning, Sean. How's it going? Now I go to Papa John's. They currently got a cheesy burger pizza. What? Really? All right, road trip to Papa John's. Let's go. Let's do it. Cheesy burger pizza. What's on it? Does it have pickles and stuff? Really would like one that has pickles. We used to have a local place that did a cheeseburger pizza, and they had onions and pickles on it, and I want to say mustard, and they had the ground beef on it. It was really good. They also had a really rockin' good baked potato pizza that was the bee's knees. All right, I've got a kind of blanket thing here on my chair. I'm trying to get it to hang back over the corner there. There we go. All right, now let's buy this field. So how much is this one? This one is $383,000. We can afford it. We don't have to take any loan out for this one. So let's buy that one. Oh, I didn't check if it was good to go. It should be good to go, though. Let's check it just to be sure. Fully fertilized, no weeds. Good to go. All right. It hurts to spend money, but it's a good investment. Quarter pounder of beef, plus burger sauce, diced tomatoes, cheese and sliced pickles. Ooh, yeah, you had me. Served with special garlic sauce. Ooh, boy, that does sound good. I'm gonna have to try that. All right, so we bought that one. The next one, surprise, it's another bean field. It's right down here. How much is this one? Ooh, that one is more expensive, $670. So to buy that one, we're going to have to probably cut into the loan again. So $670. And as we make money, we're going to be paying this loan back down. So it's not like we're going to keep it. For long, anyway. Well, it'll be around for a bit, but, All right, let's get that field. So let's actually go down to it first. I'm going to try to make it an effort to go to the properties we're buying instead of just buying them sight unseen. So, is it fully fertilized and ready to go? Yep, fully fertilized, no weeds, good to go. So let's go visit it. Here it is. It's a nice long field. It goes down the hill here. It's right on the edge of the map. And it's just down from our blue farm. So there's a blue farm right over there. There's also a cornfield next to it, so I'm very interested in that. Alright, so another soybean field. 670. Let's do it. Alright, we own it. We're gonna have the beans. We're gonna be ready to go on beans again. Let's see. Well, let's see. Do we stop there or do we keep going? There's another bean field down here. How much is that one? That one's not too bad. That one's 324. Tell you what, did our other guy ever finish down there? Do we still have that to get? Oh yeah, we got another 29 grand right there. So that helps a little. I guess I can go over here and hit refresh and see if anything else popped up. Something did. Another plowing for 28 grand. That ain't bad. That would be nice if that was a plow already sitting over there, but I don't think it is. We'll do that one. Keep hitting the button. Just keep pressing. Just keep pressing. I'm hitting the refresh. There's a bale wrapping one that's not too bad. But I think we want to just get the plowing one going. So actually I know where one is sitting. It's kind of close. Right there. The train's going by. Yep. Alright. We'll go to the south end down here and cut through here. No, my TV turned off. One thing about the Apple TV is, like, if you're watching something and I don't think it's just the Apple TV. I think it's like the individual services. So if you're watching something on the TV part or YouTube or, you know, one of the streaming services, they always ask, are you still watching? Are you still there? I'm still here. I never left. I've been streaming since 7 a.m. this morning, Central Standard Time. But they think I'm not here anymore, so they want to turn off my TV for me. No. I'm still here. That's one thing, is like, if I want to go to bed and fall asleep to the sounds of MASH, which is how it used to be when I was little, if I want to turn on MASH and have it play all night, I want to have it play all night. I don't want to wake up and not have anything going, because if it stops playing, I'll probably wake up in the middle of the night. So, let's see, let me turn that back on. Trying to watch where I'm driving and do this at the same time is not advisable. There's a tree coming up. Can I make it under the tree? Oh, almost didn't. That is collidable. Alright, we'll go with that one. And that one. There we go. Alright. Also 26. Where's 26 at? Talking about contracts, or is it another bean field? field I'm actually going to. I need to move that tractor out of the way. Alright, let that unfold and let him start. Let me move this tractor out of the way. Also 26. Question is, where is field 26? Feel like I'm going up. Oh, yeah, you're right. Field 26 is in beans. When did they plant that? It's got weeds in it. Is there a contract for spraying that one? Nope, I don't see a contract for spraying that. We'll hold off on that for now. I'll come back and look and see if there's one later. I am not getting anything though. Refresh, 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 refresh. You know what I can do? I can clear this list, and that might do it. So we got guy plowing there now. Let me clear this list. And then try to redo it here. There is one for hoeing there, but that's not the right field. There's a nice one for harvesting. What is that? Canola. Looking for hoeing or spraying. Refresh, 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 refresh. Now the only hoeing one I've got is up there. I have to come back to that one. Oh wait, something else just popped. Another mowing one. Some people might get the wrong idea when they post, contracts Katie hoeing. Yeah, they need to be they need to be a little more careful about that in the future. Okay, I'm gonna clear the list again. There's another plowing one for 22 grand. Where's that at? That's kind of up from where we were. I'll go ahead and take that one. Just gotta go find the tractor that's got the other plow on it. Refresh, 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 refresh. Looking for a hoeing contract. Nothing. Alright, let's go get the other plow. I think he's still down south there. Yep, so we are going up there. I wish I could drive across the river down here somewhere. I don't think I can. Just kind of fly over there. Take a quick look. I don't think there's anywhere to really cross. Where's the river? There's the river. If I could get up on that thing. Almost looks like a tunnel there, doesn't it? Dude, if we could build something up to that tunnel right there, we could just cross right through that tunnel. Don't think my tractor would climb those stairs, though. We need like a low-level river crossing somewhere. Wonder if it would climb those. If I could climb those stairs, that would work. I don't think it's wide enough on the edges, though, to turn the tractor and get them down. Yeah, let's just go back and take the guaranteed route. It's a little longer, but we'll get there. Are there any bridge mods out there yet? We could build like a little bridge across the river. Like an old, remember the old Sosnovka bridge? The old wooden bridge that they had right there between the farm and the western side of the map? That's what we need. We need a bridge that we can place down across the river, like in just certain key spots. There are a couple of bridge packs on the mod hub, really? I need to go look at them. Something to look into. Are there any like old wooden bridge ones, or doesn't have to be? As long as it's a bridge and I can cross the river and it's long enough, I would be totally game for it. Actually been trying to go back in and clear out some mods. There's some that we're just not gonna use. Mainly I went in and found all the Valtra tractors that came with Stevie's packs and, you know, maybe from Giants and stuff. They're gone. The Valtras were right out. I got rid of the old 220 disc that it had issues hiring that out with an AI worker and plowing with that one. But we have the little Lizard MTs that work out just fine. There are wooden ones under category placeables. Ooh, I gotta go look at them. As long as they're not phase throughable and they're not just decoration. Reminds me of a movie line. Tinsel, not just for decoration. Seeing more and more Christmas stuff. I know we're on the past the halfway point to Christmas, but it's not even Halloween yet. It's not even fall yet. I think we gotta wait at least until like Labor Day, maybe. This is the other bean field down here, and then there's one more over there. We we've got a couple more days in August. I really want to get them, some of them before September. But then we'll have more days in September that we'll be able to sell more silage and make money from our productions. But anything that we make from now until the next time we buy one will be going to probably pay the loan down, unless we want to buy one. By one, I mean a field. Can I take a shortcut across our field? You know what? I think I can, and I'm gonna. I think I can take a shortcut through there. I can get to that field, as they say, as the crow flies. Instead of having to go through a bunch of twists and turns. Let's see, where's that field at? It's right there. So I gotta go. We're just gonna kind of come up and around that way. So this might not be as the crow flies, but it's gonna be pretty close. I'm gonna have to go all the way down there and then come back up. The guy's at 25% done. Some of these big contracts, though, you just can't pass them up because you'll make money on them. But these contracts should not expire until the end, like the absolute end of August, which will be in a couple of days. So we'll probably sleep and let our forage build up, our silage build up. Sawmill. Alright, this guy out. While they're working on that, we'll head back up towards the where did I leave my truck? Is it right in there? Nope. Is that it? There it is. Alright, we'll pull this back to the front, and we'll go sleep some. Alright. Running across the highway, it kind of looks like my guy needs to go to the bathroom. Sounds like it too. Alright, is anything on sale? I hate to even look. Nothing really great. We'll check the status of our productions. So we've got 175 of silage down there. And then 13 there, so not enough for a full load. These are still going. That's still going. The soy milk, we really don't even have to check on the soy milk hardly because it's always still going. Corn dryer. I think we need to shut that down, yep, because we don't have any more corn in there right now to even dry. And then that, I've actually shut that down because we've got plenty of propane there. So, let's go and sleep. 8 a.m. the next morning, sounds good. See how much silage we make during the night here. One Dr. Pepper down. Anything on sale? There's a 7810, but I think I'm gonna pass on that one. Not a bad price for it. 28 grand. But for right now, I think I'm gonna pass on it. Let's check our productions. Soy milk's still going. We've got a full load there. And probably a couple of full loads there. Whiskey place is still going. Barley still going. I think we can afford to sleep another night. Check the contract list, see if anything popped up. No, nothing's popping up there. That field down there, it's probably too late in the season anyway to go ahead. I'm going to go down there. It's probably too late to run a rotary hoe through it. Yeah, we'd have to spray this. I think we're going to pass on this for right now. Number one, we've already sold the other spray rig, so we'd have to buy the spray rig that comes with we'd have to buy that, and that's 84,000. We do have that one, but that's way more expensive. Yeah, this will go on sale at some point in the future. I think we're just going to pass on that field. It'll be planted in something else down the road. How much is it? It's 183. It's not a bad price for it. But it's not a huge field either. So I think we'll pass on that one. We've got bigger fish to fry other than that one. Alright, let's go back. I want to go back to do all over. And go back, I know. Gonna go back. Too much Dr. Pepper, too much coffee. Alright, I think we'll go into the 3rd day of August here. Should have plenty of silage down there to sell this time around. Oh, I think I'm gonna crack open my Gatorade. Gatorade. I'll never be able to drink another Gatorade without thinking of that reference. Gatorade. H2O. Alright, how much do we have now? Check all of our productions. We want to check them all. So yeah, we've got several loads down there, several loads there. So we need to sell the silage. The whiskey's still going, the barley's still going, and the soy milk is still going. Let's check contracts. I may clear this list and see if any popped up. Both our plows are running. Probably going to be a lot of harvesting contracts pop up like before. Press the button. Press it. Press it. Press it. Press it real good. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Water sucks. It really, really sucks. Yep. Push it. Push it real good. There's a tedding contract. I haven't seen a tedding contract in a minute. We don't have a tedder though. Not yet. Alright, so there's not really any like super great contracts right now. We'll let those plows run and we'll sell silage while they run. Start with the blue farm. Farther away. Breaker 19, Breaker 19. This is, what should my CB handle be? I had one a long time ago and I do not remember for the life of me what it was. Probably something pizza. It probably had something to do with pizza. More than likely. It's either that or a cheeseburger or something. I don't know. I don't remember what it was. I had a CB handle way, 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 way back in the day. Gosh, that was the late 90s. Pineapple pizza? No, I don't want to be hated on the radio, Tomcat. If I go in there with pineapple pizza, they'll be like, get off here, get off this airway, get off this channel. Be like Pizza Dude or Pizza Farmer or just Pizza. I don't know. I could be Pizza Slice. Breaker 19, this is Pizza Slice. I don't know, that sounds weird when you say it like that. I remember John's CB handle. Trent, do you remember John's CB handle? I remember it. I don't know if he still uses it or not. But I remember his, well, it's his American truck CB handle. Unless he's changed it. I remember what it used to be. Let me make sure I'm going to the same place. Silage, yep, still the biogas, 220. Do you see the fluctuations there? I've never seen the fluctuations that crazy with the silage prices, but that's literally what they did. I mean, it went down, I mean, ignore what the actual price numbers are right there. But you can see with the... Oh, I hear an ambulance. Is that coming down my street? Where did that go? Yep, it went down my street. Wonder where it's going. I don't know, it didn't stop. It didn't stop at any of my neighbors' houses, so I guess it's going on. But yeah, the prices, they've been kind of tanked out on silage here. Now we got a good one. 220, anything, I'd say 218 and up is probably a decent price. Really would like to see that 227 again, but again, prices are, it's not enough to say, hey, we just absolutely cannot sell our silage. what's the next field that we want to buy? I would say probably this bean field because that one's ready to go. No weeds. Probably that one right there. So we need 324,000, which we have if we, dip into the loan. But if we can make this with our silage, we won't have to take out any more just for that one. Let's sell some silage. Money, money, money. Money. Money, 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 money. Money. Never noticed there was a person standing there. I think my city is waking up. What time is it locally here? Let's start filling up. Oh yeah, it's 10 a.m. Time to start the day. Everybody sleeps in until 10 a.m. on Saturdays. They don't realize that I'm streaming at 7 a.m. So they need to be up at 7 a.m. watching the channel, right? Maybe I need to leave them like little leaflets or something. Put some things in their mailboxes. Hey, catch the Grain Arcade at 7 a.m. Central Standard Time on Saturday and Sunday mornings. That person looked kinda cute. What? You'd better check her out. What? She might be single. What? Oh, Twitchy. No. No. She did not really that. No, not that much. No. There is a cute, like a blonde walking around the town down there that I saw. I was like, hey, yeah, how you doing, dude? She looked like wife material. I'm just gonna say that much right now. She looked like wife material. Oh, it's a man now. I guess they had a shift change. Or she's on break. Maybe she's on break. We'll see if she comes back. She's not there anymore. I don't think that she was Grain Arcade wife-to-be material, though. They probably had a shift change, though. It is 8 a.m. in the morning, so they might have had a shift change. Am I going? Where am I going? Back down there. Switch tabs. Not that one. There's still 271, so there's another truckload down there. So let me go down there. So it looks like we're getting 3 truckloads per farm right now. What was the silage? Boy. Put a dent in that thing. That'll avoid the warranty. Rose! And full load. Did I check the sale list yet today? I don't know that I did. Let me go back and check the sale list. Maybe I did and I just don't remember. Oh, no I did not. There's an S7 for sale. There's another cotton picker for sale. That's not a bad price on that either, but we've already got one. 2 is better than 1. But that's another 409, so I say we'll probably hold off. Yeah. And the S7 is an okay combine, but that's not the right model we're kind of eyeballing. We're looking for a Stevie X9. And really not even the S7, but we're looking for a Stevie X9 or maybe like a CR11 or an AF11. If we see one of those pop up, we're all in. I gotta remember to save some money for that. Because if we run out of money in the loan too, and then that pops up for sale, I'm gonna be like, oh. I'm gonna have to see how much kidneys you're going for. Okay, there's a different person out here. She's not bad. How you doing? Doing all right? Oh yeah, put your hand on your hip like that. She kinda showing off, kind of being flirtatious. How you doing? Doing good? Doing good? Yeah, me too. Yeah. What you doing Friday night? I gotta get ready and farm. Yeah, let me get your number. Okay. Yeah. All right. I guess they change every time you come back. When you leave and come back. Take her out to a movie. Get some popcorns and some Raisinets. Popcorn and Raisinets. Some people like to put, like me, like to put Raisinets in their popcorn. Gives it that kind of a mix of the salty kind of sweet deal. Some people do Milk Duds. I've seen some people do M&Ms. Went out with a girl one time. She loved pickle pops. And you might be saying, what? What's a pickle pop? A pickle pop is basically what it sounds like. It's frozen pickle juice, and then it's frozen around a like a stick, like the like the popsicle sticks. It's called a pickle pop. Yep, she was all about them. Every time we went, she'd have a pickle pop. I'd buy her a pickle pop. Here, time to hit this farm. Wonder how much that other cornfield is down yonder. This one right here. It's probably up there. Yep, that's more than the bean field we bought. This one's 777,000. This one's 1,000,000. This one, actually, this one would be cheap. This cornfield right here, right behind the shop. 132. That ain't bad for that one. That one's 471. How much is this one? 578. Oop, there's a save. You're all out of barbecue. See you next time. All right, have a good one. Grab some good barbecue. So these are in the 500 range there. There is one there. We bought that one there. We planted that one in corn. 731 for that one. There is this one. I am interested in this one. This one is down here right by the Jack Daniels and the brewery there. So, especially the Jack Daniels because it takes corn. So we can just harvest that field and haul it straight over there. Plus then come back and plant it in barley, and then we could haul it to both the brewery and the Jack Daniels. So yeah. A whole lot of barbecue. There was an episode of MASH where Hawkeye ordered some barbecue ribs and sauce from a place in Chicago, and he forgot to order the coleslaw. But they got these ribs, and there's a whole process of trying to order the ribs and have them shipped to Korea. So he had to have them shipped to Korea too. But he did. He ordered the ribs and got the ribs and had the sauce, had the ribs. Forgot the coleslaw. Don't forget the coleslaw, Steven. Got in the mess tent with the ribs and everything, sat down to eat them. What do you think happened? We've got wounded. We've got wounded. All surgical teams to the OR. Yep, wounded. Kind of that way where I work. I don't have to go straight to the OR. Basically, they put it all in on computer now. They don't announce they've been wounded or anything. Put it all in the computer and it prints out a form saying, hey, there's somebody wounded. Come x-ray them or take them to CT. There was another episode of MASH where Frank Burns thought that some of the locals were burying a bomb next to the base. Turned out to be a kimchi pot, which basically was a process of making coleslaw. They take a pot and they put all the stuff in it and they bury it and then they kind of let it ferment a little bit and then it comes out as coleslaw, I guess. I guess it's a different process for making coleslaw. I don't think we bury our coleslaw over here. I think it's just a mixture of what? Mayonnaise or something? He's got me wanting barbecue though. We might have enough for that bean field down there with this load. Probably gonna have to dip into the lawnmower to get some of these other fields we want. We got another contract done too, so we'll go collect that. How much was that field down there? $324 for that bean field. Oh yeah, we're gonna have enough for it. How much silage do we have left? That's the blue farm. We got another full truckload. Somebody hammering something somewhere. Wonder if they've been watching This Old House. I'll always remember my Saturday mornings. I would get up before my parents back when I was a kid. I'd get up and watch all the Saturday morning cartoons and all the Saturday morning kids shows. And then Mom would come in and make a huge breakfast. Oh man, we used to have just huge breakfast. It would be eggs, we'd have bacon, we'd have sausage, we'd have all kinds of jellies and apple butter and stuff like that for breakfast. We'd have gravy, we'd have the works. And I would sit there with my stomach growling watching all the shows and stuff. And when breakfast was ready, that's how you knew it was time to turn the channel. Because Dad would always turn the channel and put it on This Old House, the Old Yankee Workshop, Home Time. I almost called it Tool Time. It was called Home Time though. And it would be all about, house repair and, stuff like that. And then sometimes we would, he would be watching the show and he'd get an idea in his head or get a thought in his head or something, and we'd go to the hardware store or something like that, where I developed my love for orange soda. They had a soda machine that came in the form of glass bottles. That's how old this hardware store is. Unfortunately, that hardware store has closed down now. They, I don't know what happened to the soda machine, but we would get the soda, and I'd get a glass bottle, and you could walk around the store with the soda, and then you just return the glass bottle. They had a rack that you would put your glass bottle on, because they would recycle the glass bottles and reuse them. So yeah, that was where I developed my love for orange soda. Walking around the hardware stores, I always have that memory. And then once This Old House and the Old Yankee Workshop and Home Time and all that went off, the whole TV went off. So it didn't matter if we were going to the hardware store or if we were just going to do, yard work that day or something like that. The whole TV went off because at around noonish, lunchtime, 1 o'clock, something like that, it was PBS is where they had all these shows, the home shows. And at about noon or 1 o'clock, it immediately switched over to all the British stuff. So we did not watch a lot of the British stuff. I think Are You Being Served, and there was a bunch that I don't even remember the names to. But yeah, we turned the TV off at that time. That's before the days of cable and satellite, and stuff like that. So things changed then too. Alright, so we've got 403. We've got enough for that field. Where's it at? It's further down. There it is. So let's buy that one. That's 324. Alright, so now the focus, I think that's all of the bean fields that have been planted this year. And I think I'm going to skip that one. Not a bad price for a bean field, but it's got a lot of weeds in it, and we'd have to buy a sprayer too. So unless there's a contract on it, I don't see any spraying contracts. It would have to be a spraying contract. Clear the list here. Actually, we've got one. Yeah, there's one we can. Both of them are completed. So there's 22 grand there. And then there's 28 grand there. Alright, now let's go back over here and hit the button. Maybe some more plowing ones will pop up or something. Hit the button, hit the button. Yeah, looks like it's all the same. Alright, so now I think the time has come to get into September. I'm going to take the truck back up to the yard up here. Because when we get into September, we can put chaff, corn chaff specifically, into the fermenting silos. That trailer. I've just been using this trailer to do it. I'll probably get another trailer. If I ever see one on sale, I'll grab one up real quick. But for right now, I've just been kind of using that trailer to do the corn chaff. Wake me up when September ends. Wake me up when September ends. Alright, now I gotta find our forage harvester. I left it somewhere. I just don't know where. There it is. Didn't take too long. I had a trailer of silage additive. I went ahead and filled this up while I had it down here. I think I was using it for the pickup wagon. I brought a load down here. So this has got silage additive. We've got more, I think, at the shop. If we need more. Oh, there goes the ambulance back by. I don't know where they went. They went down there and I guess got somebody or responded to a call down that way, yonder way somewhere. I don't know. How much do we have left? Silage wise. So that'll be, it's still processing the alfalfa and the clover and the grass there, and then I need to turn the haylage off there. So we should have more full loads in September. How much was that other cornfield down there? The one right behind the shop? It's not a big field. That one right there, is it ready? Oh yeah, it's ready to go. How much is that one? 132. Wouldn't you know, this would be 132 and we've only got 128. In cash, that's all we've got. Versus having to take more to loan out, which we're probably going to have to do anyway, but... $132 and we've got 128. I must be using a lot of bandwidth this morning or something. because my camera, unless it's just my camera, it could be just the camera. Sometimes the camera does that. But my camera is like super slow. Like it's still working, but it's not like, kind of laggy a little bit. I'm wondering if my stream quality has something to do with it. How does the stream look, by the way? I've asked this question, I think, more than once this morning. Does the stream look okay to you guys? Does it look better than it normally does? Does it look worse than it normally does? I tweaked some settings and I'm trying to make the stream look better than it normally does, basically. Kind of curious to see what my file size is going to be for the recording too. Alright. We in business. Alright, so now we just gotta sleep. And to do that, we'll cross the road. Cross the road, cross the road. Cross the road to Kentucky Fried Chicken, yeah. Cross the road, cross the road. Bet a lot of y'all didn't know that used to be their slogan for Kentucky Fried Chicken. Alright, anything on sale? I really hate to pass up another cotton picker, especially when it's that price, 51% off, because that's an $800,000 machine right there. But we've already got one, and we can get by with one. It's a lot of money, so I'm not gonna spend the money to do that. I'll wait. There'll probably be another sale on it at some point in the future. All right, let's go to September. Let's do it. What is this? Said, what is this? How much do we have? Did you start as a new farm manager, or from scratch? We started as a new farmer just to get the buildings. A lot of times when we do the modded maps like this, you don't get the buildings if you start in farm manager or from scratch. I remember back, we were going to do farm manager back when we played Elm Creek back in the day. And you did not get anything. You didn't get the house. You didn't get the garage. You didn't get anything. You didn't get a silo, nothing. So, yeah. All right, got a full load there. Got a full load and then some there. I think we'll wait some more. Let me check the other ones. Barley's okay. Whiskey's still running. And the soy milk's still going. Sales. Let's look at sales. Still the S7, not the right one. Alright, we're gonna go cut some corn. Get that corn chaff stocked up. Hey, we got 153,000 now. We can buy that other cornfield if we want to. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Go ahead and go buy it. that one right there. Alright, we own that one. Be nice to have this big cornfield here too. We might look into that. Are there any spraying contracts? You know what? Let me check that too. See if there's any spraying contracts. There's that one last bean field down south. Over here and check that right quick. Got some pretty nice cultivating ones. There's a nice one right there. Oh yeah, we're gonna take that one. 81,000 while we cut corn. Sure enough. I think my cultivator's right down from there too. Got some decent cultivating contracts. There's one. Where's that at? That is actually for the cornfield north of us down there. Did they already harvest that? Yep. So there you go. There's case in point. Even though it is not technically harvest time for the corn, it's already in the harvested state. So that's why you want to buy your fields ahead of time sometimes. I'm actually shocked that none of these are. But that cornfield, that cornfield, that cornfield, they are gone. What about this one down here? That one's gone too. So maybe that's a good thing that we didn't buy it. Because they have already been harvested. That leaves the big one. That's a wheat field there. What fields does that leave? Oh, they harvested the... No, they didn't harvest the bean field. I was looking at that. Let's go back and check the contracts again. Well, I guess we can go do those contracts now. That'll give us more money. Hit the button, hit the button, hit the button. Oh, we got some decent plowing ones too. Where are these at? Oh, there's that one. Yep, that was a cornfield. We'll take that one. Go ahead and take these cultivating ones. That one. And that one's way down south. I may pass on that one right now. Hoeing, those aren't really that great. These plowing ones are good. This one is, though. Hit the button, hit the button, hit the button, hit the button. Yep, they're still popping up. Hit the button, hit the button, hit the button. They're still popping. Yep, there's a 37 cultivating one right there. We'll take that. I hear the clicking in my ear. That means they're still popping. Even though I'm not hitting the button, they still pop. Yep, 39,000 plowing one. That's the other cornfield. Yeah, did you see Tomcat's post? Yeah. Hit the button, hit the button. Nothing else is popping. We're gonna pass on that one. Okay, all the rest of them are like harvesting contracts. Wheat, sorghum, wheat, sorghum, wheat, wheat, peas. If we get a harvesting contract on that bean field, we might do that one down there. Alright, let me shut this off. I'm going to grab the cultivator and actually right outside here somewhere. Yeah, I didn't make it. So I've swapped out the Ford for the New Holland that we bought on sale. It only needs 400 horsepower for this cultivator. And this is the next biggest cultivator, and this tractor does go faster. We can get to our jobs mucho faster. While we're cutting corn, we can hire these guys out and let them do their jobs. That's just a preview. It's not out yet. Yeah, Iowa Plainsview. That's from Chabalki. He did announce an update to the Alma map as well. But that's yeah, that's just kind of the preview stuff for Iowa Plainsview. My understanding that's going to be another standard size map like Alma. Alright, he's unfolding. Go find a plow. We've got a couple out there somewheres. Over the rainbow. There's one. Where am I going? Plowing. That one, and the way over there. I'll tell you what, I'll start with that one because I'm closer to it. Whoa. Usually when there's a big, like, solid, absolute freeze lag like that, that's the hired worker getting started. That's probably the cultivator down there getting started on that 80 grand cultivating contract. Boy, if they ever put some of these bigger fields in beans though, like, you know, we got the big field, the biggest one in beans. If they ever do down there, we're really gonna have to save our money then. What, 61 planted in this year? Well, we own that field, so that's we put beans back in it. Been using that one kind of for beans for right now because it is the biggest field. Whoop, there's a save. And we got our cotton field there. That'll be ready in should be ready in October. Oh, is this a cornfield too? There's that cornfield. I think we're cultivating that one. There's another cornfield up here. How much is that one? Are these all cornfield? No, that was a wheat field. Okay, so that was a wheat field that they... So this cornfield is still there. How much is that one? 580. That's not bad. Got this one that's not straight at all down here for 471. Oh yeah, we were gonna get that one. Did they harvest that one? No, they did not harvest this one. I want to get this one. 254 for that one. I'm going to dive into the loan for this one. It's down here in the area that we want to get in. So I'm going to take out some loan for that one. How much did I say for that? Let's just go down here. Oh no, I'm in the middle. I'm in the corn. Okay. So let's get this one. So that is 254. I'm going to dive into the loan for this one. I really want this field. Borrowed up to 254. We'll go to 500. We'll have enough money for the workers up there. Alright, went a little past it. Pay back a little bit of that. 500 even, 310, that's enough. Alright, let's buy this field. It's ours. Alright, let's go get this guy rolling here. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. What? Rolling, 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 rolling. Come on, rolling, rolling, rolling. Yep, a lot of this will probably get turned into dry corn. We've got a lot of corn. Alright, so that's hired out. Cultivating guy is rolling. So now we've got our plow up here rolling. And he's going, yep. So now we can get back to cutting corn. Sure this is in good repair. I think all of these are okay. I'll just go ahead and do that one. Alright. We're ready to rock and roll. We want to do this field here. Probably need to do 2. Maybe even 3. I'll just go ahead and do 3. Lines are still straight anyway, so. Alright, let's do it. Got to keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on our silage additive too. We're cutting corn, Jeff. We'll put this in our harvester silos. Don't have animals yet. Nope, haven't gotten into animals yet. It's coming though, we will. Oh yeah, we're gonna sell the silage that we make. The beauty about having these cornfields here, especially this one, is we're right down from the harvester silo at the red farm, and we're right down from the harvester silo at the blue farm. We can get both farms filled up rather quickly. Another reason I was kind of interested in that cornfield over there, but they went ahead and cut it, probably for silage as well. So you got to remember that. I know that oats have been cut early for some reason. I'm guessing maybe they cut those crops for silage. And then the corn has been harvested early. So if you're looking at a field, don't wait until the harvest month, which typically the harvest month for corn is October. So if you go to the calendar, so you see corn right there, try to put it at the top there. So there's corn right there at the top. Technically, the harvest season on corn does not start till October. That's if you're going to use a harvester. But what it doesn't show you is that it can be cut in this stage, which is typically when they cut for the corn chaff, so to make silage. So if you are looking to buy a field and you don't want to miss out, get it. Make sure you get it. Not the month before it says it's ready to harvest, but the month before that. Yeah, we actually have 4 farms. We have the blue farm, the red farm, the brown farm down south, and then the black farm down south. Still in the market to get, I think the next one we're going to buy is the farm over there on the hill, just on the edge of the hill, and then the green farm down here. I love how it barks at me where I don't own the land. Like, yeah, you can't own the land in between it yet. You can, but we just don't have the money to. Would it be smart to go ahead and buy this other cornfield over here? We've got this one. We could just go straight ahead, chop this one too, and harvest what's left. What we don't have, when we don't have any more room. Would it be smart to buy it? Joker says, why not? Full send. Take loan. Oh yeah, we're gonna take the loan if we do it. Yep, I think we should do it. It's a nice size field. Did they ever plant the clover field back in anything? Nope. Or wait, there is something there. Shocker. It's clover. They planted clover again. We may end up buying that at some point in the future, but we'll wait because it's another $1 million for that one. But this cornfield is technically ready to cut right now. I'm going to do it. I can't do it right now because we don't have the money. I got to take the money out. So let's take some money. How much did I need? Oh wait, I never really look at that. 1,064,000 is what we need. Figured out your farm is the green farm? Well, there's no place like home. Go big or go home? Yep. So 1,064,000. My thumb is about to get tired. If they ever send out the thing, you know, like they've done this in the past for every game. If they ever send out like a questionnaire or survey asking what people would like to see in the next farming simulator game, you guys mention this. Mention, you know, be able to select the loan you want to take out without having to repeatedly hit the button. Because your thumb gets tired. If you're repaying it or taking it out, it doesn't matter. You just have to do it repetitively. Alright, what are we at? 1.515. I'm going to go to 50. Is that enough? That should be enough for our hired workers right now. Alright. Field 86. Right? Yep. Fully fertilized. Ready to go. It's ours. Wasn't there a mod in 22 for that? You know what? There might have been. I know there were several loan mods where you could like extend your loan or something. But I don't know about, I'm not 100% sure about let's see, will this auto? Nope. I may have to use the let me turn the lines back on and see if it does. Doing it now. I may have to turn my lines back on just to see where I'm going between fields. If not, I can use the enhanced vehicle GPS. Cut all this. My cruise. Yeah, I just gotta watch and make sure I don't fill up or I'll run out of silage additive. Unless there's a cough. Enhanced loan system. Cough. No. We're playing this legit. All of our money that we've made so far, I mean, we've spent most of it buying fields and equipment, but all the money that we have actually made, we've earned. It has come from contracts. I'll say most of it probably came from contracts. It's come from selling silage, come from selling beans, it's come from production income because we do have the soy milk production, We now have the barley, or not the barley, Lord, the beer production, and we have the whiskey production. I think that's it as far as the production goes. We actually haven't sold. I don't think we've sold one bit of grain for dry corn. All the dried corn that we've made so far has gone to the whiskey factory. We're making money there, but we have not sold just dried corn by itself. Whatever's left out of these fields, we will probably harvest and maybe store it up and fill the whiskey factory up. And then if there's any left over, like a surplus, because we do have surplus beans a lot of time, then we'll probably sell some dry corn that way. Depends on how fast it uses it, I guess. That should be about full when I get down to the end here. Can't wait to plow all these together. Imagine plowing this field, that field, this field, and all those other fields down there at the end. Plowing this together, this would make a really nice sized field. But we gotta be able to buy the in-betweens. And the in-betweens, the plains, as we're calling it, the plains lands. Let me switch over to farmland. There we go. The in-betweens here should be 4.8. Yeah, 4.8 million. And then the in-betweens over here, 4.4 million. We are burning through the silage additive. I may have to go load that trailer up and bring a tractor down here to refill with the silage additive. Silage additive does give you a boost. If I remember right, it gives you what, 5% boost? 5% increase on the yield. We're about full though. We're at 84% now. Oh, there's a save. Looks like one of our contract guys is... No, that's not a contract guy. That's the trailer behind us. So when you hook up to the trailer on the hitch like that, it shows the trailer in the contract list. Alright, the only thing about this is I have to fold up my header, get over here and dump it. I should put that pipe in too. Normally if I was further away I would unhook this trailer and hook it up to a truck and take it and dump it. Since we're right here at the place, I'll just drive over here and dump it. And you gotta switch to the trailer. There we go. Having to remember stuff. So now this is the only one with chaff. We can go and activate that. now we have all 4 modes of fermenting: grass, clover, corn chaff, and alfalfa ready to go. You know, it's listed as corn silage here, but I'm wondering if you can do, like, if you bought like a field, like a wheat field or something like that, and got the front attachment for the forage harvester, if you could dump that in here. Technically it says corn silage right there, but I'm just wondering if you can. Something to test out, I guess. Alright. Back to it then. Yeah, I'm just wondering if you can, because technically in that list, it says just chaff over there in the end, like in the production, but on the list it says corn silage. So I don't know if it's just an assumption that, you know, you're gonna put corn chaff in there, but I think it's just listed as chaff. See, in the trailer back here, see down there where it's filling up, it just says chaff. I'm thinking if you can make chaff with those headers like that on like wheat or barley, or, well, I don't know that we do the barley, but maybe on the wheat fields like that you can. Or it looks like maybe some of the oat fields you can do it on too. Any of the crops that header will cut, other than grass, I would say you probably should be able to. Just gotta get the different header for it. If we ever see one on sale. Although, you know, I don't think there's a deer header out there for that. I don't think we have an in-game deer header for that. Looks like there's a Kloss header for that. Crone header. Like we get another Kloss header there, maybe? Or no, that's the corn one, isn't it? Yeah. There are some from the Colossus pack we could use. Maybe painted a different color. But there is not a deer header. You know, I think we got a deer header. There's the one where you can do the rows, where you can pick up the rows and stuff. There is not a dedicated deer forge header. Bet I could find one out there somewhere. Somebody's bound to have one somewhere. Does it switch over to this field with the lines? No, it does not. Oh wait, there it is. So I guess we gotta maybe back up and switch to the field when we get to it. Your current header will cut oat and wheat? No, I don't think so. Will it? This one? Yeah, you're right, it does. It cuts, this does corn, wheat, looks like barley, oats, canola, sorghum, soybeans. So this is kind of like an all-in-one then. Okay. So you don't even need another header. There used to be one though, if I remember right. I didn't even notice that. Are all of them like that? Yeah. So it looks like all of the corn headers here. Is that in-game? These are special ones here. I wonder, I'm trying to remember, is that in-game or is that a mod that I have turned on or something? I don't know. Maybe that's base game. Well, there you go. We don't need another header. The only other forge header that I'm looking for, I don't know if you guys remember it or not. I think it was a prototype back in the day anyway. But they used to have the Kemper header that was 15 meters. And they had it back in, you can still find it on the Farming Simulator's website. But it's for Farming Simulator 22. They had a 15-meter Kemper header. That's the only other one that I might be interested in the future. There's the 9-meter. You can still find it in the mod hub for Farming Simulator 22. But I have not seen a copy of it for 25. That's something maybe that if somebody just hasn't ported over, converted. Yep, bigger header gets the job done quicker. Oh no, I think my neighbor's gonna mow his yard today. Looks like he's it's funny, he doesn't keep his mower at his house. And that may be because he doesn't have any room for it, maybe. I don't know. But he goes, and maybe he doesn't have one, maybe he borrows one or something. He takes his truck and he goes and picks it up. It's on a trailer. So maybe he's borrowing somebody else's. I don't know. But yeah, he goes and picks it up. Is that withered? No, it's green. Oh, there's a save. Boy, that was a hard save right there. He'll bring it in on a trailer and he'll unload it and mow his yard and load it back up. Haul it back. He gone. Yep. I think John kind of feels the same way about his neighbor mowing his yard. I'm okay with you mowing your yard, just don't do it while I'm streaming. It's a distraction. Good morning, Gun and Run. How's it going? We're farming. We're cutting some corn chaff. Basically, I need to come in, hit the brake once, lock in the new line, and then go. I guess they're not perfectly lined up as far as like the edges and stuff. Maybe it's slightly off. I could do this with the enhanced vehicle one and just do a straight line and go back and forth. I may start doing that after I get these inroads done. Work some, now home. Always the best feeling in it, isn't it? When you get done with work and you get home, kick your shoes off, grab you a drink and bite to eat, and sit down and play some farm sim. How much is silage worth for you on this map? Currently, the price for silage is $220. It's gone as high as $227. Then it's gone super low. It's gone down in the hundreds. In the extreme time of year, like, it'll go down extremely low. But for the most part, the fluctuation of the price is typically like you see right now, 216, 217, 220, and then the best one I've seen is 227. But the average 220, 225, that's kind of what we aim for. Not a great big fluctuation like it used to be. I remember even back in 22, it would fluctuate between the hundreds, and then it would get up into the upper 300 and lower 400, mid 400 range. When the right time of year came around. Alright, just about full. 92. 93. Probably gonna get full before I get to the end down here. 94. I am gonna have to go get some more silage additive though. Looks like we can probably do 3 full loads and then we'll have to refill. 97. I'm gonna stop at 99 because there is some chaff left over in the machine that will go into the trailer. Alright, there's 99. So I'm gonna stop. So you see I've stopped, so it's still filling. Some more. And that's don't really want to get it right at 100. Alright, so we will fold the header, take the pipe in, we will go dump it. Literally right there. Not a significant drive. We're on normal. We always do the normal economic difficulty. Easy is just, if we did easy, we would burn through the map too fast. Hard is like, oh my gosh, why did we do this? Normal seems to be fair. That's usually what we shoot for. Yeah, our economic difficulty, it should still be set to normal. I can tell by the prices that it is. But we go to settings. Yeah, there it is. It's like the 5th thing down. Economic difficulty, normal. Turn the traffic off because they're a bunch of, jerks. They don't follow the laws, and neither do we, but, still. So yeah, we got snow on. We got crop destruction off. The other reason we got crop destruction off is because a lot of times other people's internet, and I'm not bashing anybody's internet, but the internet kind of lags sometimes, and you don't want to have that happen while you're trying to harvest, and then you end up destroying a majority of your crop just because of the internet. And most of the time people can't help their internet. My internet, it's not the best. I mean, it's not the greatest, but I had internet before that was worse than that. And I'd have instances where just because my internet dropped out or something like that, you'd be in a pickle because you'd lose your crop. Alright, back at it. So the plowing guy's gonna get done first. The cultivating guy, I knew that one was probably gonna take a minute. The $80,000 contract that he's doing. That's the plowing one, cultivating one. Yeah, 81,500. I think I did a cultivating contract on this one before, and it was about the same price, 81,500. Not a bad payday. Hire the worker out on it, let him do that thing, and then, yeah, make some money. Time for another. So they replanted this field in clover. I don't think it's ever going to get out of that loop. Seems like they're always going to, once they've planted it in clover, it doesn't matter if you do a contract on it or not, because we did a cultivating contract on that field, and I'll be if they didn't replant it in clover again. So yeah, that's seems to be stuck in a loop. Clover over here, clover over there, clover everywhere. Oh, oh, oh. Yep. What other crop do you have planted? We planted more corn. We planted barley, which we've already harvested that. And then we planted a lot of beans. So we got very blessed in being able to acquire the biggest field on the map, which is this one right here. It's 61. They planted it in beans. It was fully fertilized, didn't have any weeds in it. So we worked and worked and worked and worked and did a lot of contracts to get it. So we bought it, and I think this is the 3rd time we've planted beans there. And then we planted all the other fields that we own. How do I go? Go back to farmland. There we go. So it's kind of harder to see, but all the lands that we own a lot of fields down here. Planted corn down here. Planted beans and beans there. And we planted a lot of beans over here. I think mainly barley, beans, and corn. Sounds like that should be a song. Barley, beans, and corn, all the way we go. Oh yeah, we've got alfalfa and clover and grass. We have those too. But as far as the other crops, we haven't really planted, I'm trying to think. We haven't planted anything else. Hit the brake. That load in. Alright, so after this round, I'll probably start using the enhanced vehicle GPS. That way I can just keep going straight. You should plant 61 in carrots. Oh, you're so funny. You're a funny man. Actually, it probably, I mean, nah, you still funny. That, even with our modded thing, that probably still would be tedious to try to harvest. We don't have the in-game one. We do have another one that is, technically it's I think it's a beet harvester, but it does all the vegetable stuff. Peas? No. We'll probably get into those, but not at this time. Oh, we've got an offset here. Look at that. Which one do I want? I'm gonna go with the outer one. So there's 2 lines there. So that means that if I had picked the inner one, most likely it would have left either a single or dual row skipper. Probably a single row just from the looks of it. You can see the gap there. It probably would have left a single row skipper because I guess there's an offset. All depends on the total square acreage of your field. Hi, what country do you live in? I'm from America. From the deep south of America. What country do you live in? We have people from all over. Live in Russia, alright. Cool beans. What kind of crops do you guys do there? Alright, it looks like our plowing guy got done. Actually, I need to go move him. So it says he's done. Okay. So let's see. What's the next one? Probably that one. It's just down the way from him there. Then we'll go down and hit that one. Go back to him. It's funny, it says... Oh, it's doing that thing where it doesn't switch over. Hello. Welcome in. Farmer Max. We got beans here too. We gotta harvest these beans. I wonder why that missed right there. Maybe the tree's in the way? Probably picked up on that tree. Got a little offset there too. That one's a bigger offset, so that'd be about 3 or 4 rows. May go ahead and go empty at the end of this pass. $94, $95, $96. $7, yeah, definitely. Yep, looks like we'll be investing probably in a clover field at some point in the future. Really kind of hoping that DJ will post an update. Been hoping that for a couple weeks now. I want to see if his update for this map requires a new game save. We were kind of talking about this earlier with Chabalki's Alma map. Whether, you know, his update to this map would require a new game save. I'm hoping that the length at which we have not heard from him is a good thing. That maybe he's working on doing some stuff that maybe some people ask for. I don't know. Maybe, possibly. We're looking on this thing. Yeah, we're putting that chaff in there. Gonna need more grass soon. Be able to do more grass in the next month here, though. So I think we can maybe dump one more load in here of the chaff. Alright, I think I'm gonna go ahead and start doing the EV passes here. So to do that, I'm gonna go back to the manual setting and turn off the lines because we won't need those anymore. And unfold the header, pipe back out. Basically just start rolling, get it kind of lined up, and then engage it. They're locked in at 90 degrees. You'll be able to just go straight from here and just make straight passes. Question is, should I do hot dogs or should I do pizza? I have both. probably need to do the hot dogs. Whatever's faster. They're both about the same. Hot dog pizza? Oh. I don't know about that one. That might be like cheeseburger pizza though. You never know. I guess you could try it. The pizza might be faster only because with the hot dogs I have to put my wieners in the buns, and then, well, first I gotta cook them and then put the wieners in the buns, and then put I might get some raised eyebrows on this, but here's what I put on my hot dog. I do put ketchup on there, but I also put mustard. Some people are kind of sticklers for mustard only. I know people that have done mayonnaise on a hot dog. I just can't see a mayonnaise on a hot dog. I mean, I don't know about that. But ketchup and mustard has always been my kind of thing, and every now and then I'll have some shredded cheese I'll kind of sprinkle on top. If you really want to go crazy, some people do relish and onions and stuff like that on their hot dog. I'm really just kind of a plain, for the most part, I just ketchup mustard on a plain hot dog. We are down, actually we're down to 1% silage additive, so I'm gonna have to go refill. I'm glad I looked down at that. We's about out. Let me switch to that, and I'm just gonna unhook that right there. I'm gonna go refill. Ketchup, mayo, and onion. I could see maybe the combination, yeah. You had hot dog stuffed crust pizza. I bet that's kind of like a pig in the blanket. Well, I haven't had like a legit pig in the blanket in a while. Yeah, see, that's me. Cheese kind of goes on everything. I usually just get the shredded cheese, sprinkle it on top. If I have some chili, you can do that and sprinkle the cheese on top and make a chili dog. Actually, you know what? I do have some chili in there. I can make me some chili dogs. The question is, do I still have cheese? I don't know if I have enough cheese. Gotta have cheese. If you're making a chili dog, you gotta have the cheese to put it on top. Might ought to stop off at Casey's and get some fuel too. But yeah, I probably need to eat the hot dogs. The hot dogs, the buns, I think they expire later this week coming up. What's the date today? The 12th? Yeah, they expire later this week, so I probably need to eat the hot dogs. That's probably what I'll do. I'll have hot dogs for lunch, and then I'll do the pizza for supper. I'm kind of like, not really angry, but kind of like disappointed in Domino's. I ordered a pizza, so they have this deal going on right now where it's any toppings up to 7 toppings for $9.99, right? So I ordered it with like onions and diced tomatoes and shredded provolone cheese, but I also marked green peppers. Well, I guess they're under the impression that if it's green, it must be a green pepper. They're not green peppers on the pizza. They put jalapeno peppers on there. Now, there is a separate thing to select for jalapeno peppers if you want those on there, but I didn't want jalapenos on there. But they did. They put jalapeno peppers on my pizza, and I bit into that pizza. I had a slice last night. I bit into that pizza, and I was like, whoa, it's a little warm there. I don't really do a whole lot of spicy. When you're not expecting it, I think it's worse. I was not expecting it. I was expecting, the bell pepper. To me, that's a green pepper. Go through here, a little shortcut. We bought this field here too, so technically we own the land. And there's our silage additive. I bought several pallets. I knew we would need it. Chili dogs sound great right now. Yeah, chili dogs are usually pretty safe bet anytime. I know I probably eat more of them in the fall, but that's just because I probably eat more chili towards the fall. When the temperatures start getting colder, I'll eat more soup and chili, all of that in the fall. And that's typically, when chili dogs for me anyway are more likely, because I already have the chili, and I'll be like, you know what, if I had a bun and some wieners, I can make chili dogs. So there you go. Watch some football, eat a chili dog, get some chips, some dip, plenty of cheese, and yeah, enjoy some football. Yeah, see, I didn't mark that on the toppings list. I never marked jalapenos. I marked green peppers, which is technically the bell pepper. And they've got it right in the past, but the girl that gave me my pizza, I think she was new. So I'm gonna say she probably is the one that made it, because it looked like she might not know the difference between jalapeno peppers and bell peppers. Because technically they are both green, so I wish they would change that. Oh man, I love me some tomato soup and grilled cheese. Dude, I love some grilled cheese and tomato basil soup. That is the bee's knees. I love that. When I was in the hospital, they hospital food, normally when you think about hospital food, you're like, ew, hospital food. And some of it was like that. But they had an awesome tomato basil soup. And then I'd order a grilled cheese with it. I had that for lunch a lot. It was probably one of the best ones I've had. Now, granted, I was on a lot of pain medication back then, so it might not have been the best one, but it was good at the time. But yeah, it was good. It was actually really good. I liked it. Yeah, I don't know if delivery drivers, I guess it depends on maybe the size of the operation. I don't know if delivery drivers cook and stuff like that, or if delivery drivers are just delivery drivers. I know if you are working inside, most likely you do kind of both, excluding the delivery stuff. So you probably make the pizzas and you probably hand the pizzas through the window. That's typically what I do. I'll order a pizza on the app and go through like the pickup window and pick it up. Going good. How you doing? Alright, that time has come, y'all. Let me get stuff situated here. Alright, so we are going to go raid John's channel, and I'm going to go get me some lunch. As soon as I see the thing. Why is this not uploading? Or updating, not uploading. Updating. Why is this not updating? Oh, there we go. Maybe that was my fault. I don't know. Alright, so let me press that button right there. And that button. Alright guys, we'll be back tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. Until then, always remember you reap what you sow. It's Matt from the Green Arcade. We'll see you guys in the next one. Here we go.